This boy's story still haunts me, and I have a shocking update on it, because how do you explain a 14-year-old boy going missing in 2007 only to be found 18 years later in prison? When this boy went missing, his family searched everywhere for him. They went to police station, they went to morgues, they went to hospitals, they searched the whole River State, the whole Port Harcourt for this boy throughout 2007, 2008, 2009. At the point, they just gave up because they just assumed he was most likely dead, not knowing that their little boy is in prison. I later went to search for a video that NTA did sometime last year regarding this story, and they went to the correctional facility authorities to interview them to explain why this thing would happen. How come this young boy was in your prison correctional facility for 18 years and yet there was no case file, no charges, nothing? How does that happen? And this is what the man said.
Free, incarceration has obviously taken its toll on Gospel's mental health, such that he cannot even express himself coherently, let alone recall the incidents that led to his being held in prison. Curious about the alleged claim that he was unlawfully remanded, we took it up with the Controller of Corrections, River State Command, Madumere Felix. He says the boy was brought in on June 9, 2010, at the age of 22, with a valid awaiting trial warrant on the case of armed robbery, though he had no casemate, with the name Barry D. Sunday. The question now is, was there any sentence that he should be remanded for 15 years?
When an armed robbery case is filed at the magistrate court.
Mind you, his family is saying that he went missing in 2007 at the age of 14. So even in 2010, he still would not be 20. And what makes it seem very strange is that the file that they are presenting and claiming that is his case file of armed robbery has a different name from this young man. The name on this document that NTA is showing us is saying Barry D. Sunday. This young man's name is Gospel Barry Kinani. The only relation, the only similarity between these two names is that they are both Ogoni names. That is the only thing. But it is not his name, nor is it his age. Because for all we know, according to the family, he is 31 now or 32, which means in 2010, he would have been 17 at most. But this man is saying in 2010, they brought him at the age of 20. He's clearly not the one, because the names don't tally, nor does the age, nor does the timeline of his disappearance. So who the hell is Barry D. Sunday? Because it's clear that this boy, Gospel Barry, has been serving time in prison for 18 years for someone else's crime. And that is why a lot of people are suspecting that he was swapped for somebody else who had most likely paid his way out of prison. And to make it more suspicious is the fact that even the young man himself has no memory of how he got there in the correctional facility in River State. He had no memory that, according to him, he remembers playing and he remembers waking up in prison at the age of 14. And even at the age of 14, this is 2007, people have phone numbers, phone day. There was no way he would not remember his parents' name, his address, his parents' phone number or siblings' phone number. So how did they keep him in a facility all these years to the point where he could not even remember his way back home? What did they do to him? Because when the foundation, the people that found him, 360 Heaven Foundation that discovered him, they said they could barely get words out of him. It was a struggle to find out who he was. Like they just came there to help prisoners who are awaiting trials, only to discover that there is a ghost prisoner here who did not do anything and has no case file in his name, not a single case file in his name, only to discover that he has been missing and his parents have been, his family, they've been looking for him for 18 years, thinking he's dead. His both parents died searching for him, died hoping that he would come back home. They sold all their lands, their properties, hoping that they could find a way to locate their child. They could not. They most likely even died thinking they will see him in the afterlife. They will be disappointed over there, because this young boy at the age of 14 has been in prison, serving time for a case that has no documents. And to make matters worse, the brother, according to his interview, claimed that the people at the prison offices, the prison people or the officials there, are telling him to stop talking to the press, to stop going public with the story, that he's going to get them in trouble, talking about, you've gotten your brother, be satisfied with that, you should be grateful that you will release your brother. Just move on, get on with your life. Don't talk to the press. You're going to get them in trouble. That's their complaint. So why don't they want to understand how this boy got there? And the sad thing is, we're only getting to know the story because he is alive. 18 years is a long time. He could have most likely died in prison, and they will bury him and nobody would know. There are so many ways Nigeria could happen to you. This might just be one of the worst ones.